Welcome everybody to a tier list video. We are going to have 3 different tiers: a cheap tier, affordable tier, and an expensive tier. Every single tier is going to have a bronze medal, a silver medal, and a gold medal. It is very self-explanatory, so sit back and enjoy the video. As well, make sure to check me out on Twitch. We stream 5 days a week at 11 AM UK time. The links will be in the description. What is going on, boys? Welcome everybody back to another video. Another day, another tier list video. In fact, we might start getting a couple of these out every single day, but today we're going to be looking at cheap Premier League cams. Let's get into the video. So as always, starting off in the cheap tier, taking home bronze, we're going to jump straight into it, and it is going to be Demarai Gray. I would like to mention a lot of these cards. In fact, I think 80% of the cards I have used today. Their position doesn't actually display cam, but obviously this year with secondary positions, you can change your position to a cam and they can play as a cam, right? So all of these players in this tier list have a secondary position, meaning they would be able to play cam. If you have the correct position modifier, they'll be able to play cam on full chemistry, or they'll count towards chemistry points if you guys did not know already how it works. Anyways, as I said, starting off, we are going to go for Demarai Gray, and honestly, this card, in my opinion, looks underrated, alright? 86 pace, he's got some solid shooting about him, I believe 76. His passing of 69 is nothing crazy, so I definitely think get a dead eye on him. I don't think this card will be insane in, like, say, the 3rd week or 2nd week onwards, but for the 1st week and maybe the very first FUT champs, he would be at least a good super sub, a nice player to bring off a bench to maybe change a game a little bit. Taking home silver in the cheap tier is going to be no other than my boy Emil Smith-Rowe. He's had a very nice boosted card from last FIFA. Now comparing him to Demarai Gray has got better shooting and better pace. I think you could debate Demarai Gray is going to be a better card as a winger, but when it comes to essential cam, Smith-Rowe is 4-star, 6 foot tall as well, so he's got quite a big body type, which I actually really respect as a central cam. I do think you don't always necessarily need a small agile player as a cam. Honestly, I've got no complaints with the Smith-Rowe card. I do think you'd want to chuck a Hunter on him to try and get that pace and shooting up, and then you've got a pretty good cam on your hands. Smith-Rowe getting a nice respectable silver medal, which leads us into number 1. And I think also if you guys won't predict this one, because it's quite a, I say an unknown player. If you watch football, you'll know who this is. But I think he's a player that is a little bit under the radar, I should have said, and that is Trossard. I think this Trossard card, match week 1, I keep saying match week, game week 1 or week 1 of FIFA 23, week 2 of FIFA 23, this card is going to be an absolute hidden gem. Similar to Demarai Gray, you could bring him off a bench, but he is very well rounded, especially as a cam. He's got respectable pace, respectable shooting. I believe he's 4-star, 3-star as well. In my opinion, this whole card just screams cheap beast, especially for a week 1 or a week 2 card. As I said once again before, although he displays as a left mid, just like all the other players in this video, he can play as a cam in game, as it is his secondary position, and I do think a central cam is going to be his best position. Maybe even a left cam in a 4-2-2-2 or a 4-2-3-1 would definitely suit this card quite nicely. Now, upping the antics a little bit, maybe the price range of 5 to 15,000 coins for this tier, let's head on over to the affordable tier. In 3rd place, we are going to start off with a Martin Odegaard. Now, as an Arsenal fan, I absolutely love this guy. I do think he deserves a little bit more pace though. 76 pace, he's got 75 shooting, but his passing and his dribbling is very nice, specifically that agility and balance. He's going to feel great on the ball. 5-star skill moves as well. I was very close to even putting him in 2nd or even 1st in this tier, but the only thing putting me off is he's 2-star weak foot, alright? He's a left footer with a 2-star weak foot, so sorry to break it to you, but if you try to shoot on your right with him, I'm going to be brutally honest, it is most likely going to go into row Z. But if you can get it on your left foot with him, that would be absolutely perfect. 5-star skill moves can add that versatility, make him a little bit unpredictable, and some nice skill moves around into a left foot finesse might be the go with this Odegaard card, but especially that passing and dribbling is what you're going to want to use the most with this Odegaard. Getting into 2nd in the affordable tier is going to be Mr. Jack Grealish. I do think this card looks respectable, but 76 pace and 76 shooting ain't ideal, so you'll definitely want to get a Hunter on him, but nonetheless he's got some incredible dribbling of 87, Foden, which I believe makes the top 20 dribblers in the whole game. So 87 dribbling, very respectable, some great ball control. He's going to be a player that I think you're going to want to try and target. I think he would work best in maybe a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow formation and have him as a central cam. He'll be like the main point. He'll be building up play, feeding the ball to your strikers, getting into the box himself, getting those shots through. I think he'll be a really good starting cam. Which leads me to first place, Kai Havertz, and I'm not going to lie, this whole tier of Havertz, Grealish and Martin Odegaard is very close in between them. It's not like a massive difference between third and second or second and first, even a difference between Havertz and Odegaard that you could have a debate for. I do think this tier, all of these players are very respectable, especially for the first couple of weeks, and Kai Havertz, in my opinion, very close between him and Grealish, but what put me over the edge with choosing Kai Havertz as the gold medal instead of the silver medal is the fact that he is 4-star compared to Grealish's 4-star 3-star. I also do like Kai Havertz's body type along with his dribbling. He's tall, he can win a header in the air, he's got some nice physicality. I mean, with his height, he's only 66 physical, but when you are a taller player, you will notice I'll feel a little bit stronger, be a little bit harder to tackle anyway, but I think he can win the ball in the air, but he's also feeling quite nice on the ball when it comes to ball control. Agility is alright, his balance is lacking a little bit, but I think he's a really nice card, and similar to what I just said with Jack Grealish as a central cam, I think this card will absolutely thrive. Now, this is what you guys are here for, the expensive tier. And with the expensive tier this time round, to be fair, Premier League cams are quite limited. I think there might be, I don't know, looking at the players now, which you guys will see shortly, they're not going to be ridiculously expensive. Like, for the wingers video, I've got Heung-min Son, Mohamed Salah make up the expensive tier. In my opinion, Salah will be easily at least 500,000 coins. Son, I think, will be at least 300, 350,000. And comparing the cams to the wingers, I'm not going to lie, lads, the cams aren't looking as crazy this year, especially for the high tier ones. But starting off in third place is going to be Phil Foden. In my opinion, this card is like an English Messi. His dribbling is absolutely phenomenal. He's got some solid pace, solid shooting, some very nice passing. His physical is the only letdown. He will get pushed off the ball. I believe he is 4-star, 3-star as well, which is more than respectable. But this Phil Foden card can play as a left wing, he can play as a cam, pretty sure he can play as a centre mid and a right wing as well. So a very versatile card, and I think this one, I was saying with Havertz and Grealish, but be better as a central cam. I think this Foden card could be quite nice maybe as a right wing. Like, obviously I know you can't start him right wing if that's not a secondary position, but if you were to move him manually in game, change formation in game, if you guys know how to do that, then I think this card could thrive on either the wing, right cam, left cam in a 4-2-3-1, etc. I think this card is very good centrally or out wide, and that is why I do really rate this Foden card. I think he'll be at least maybe 50 or 60,000 coins to start the game. We'll see, it's just a prediction when it comes to the price, but going off last FIFAs, going off what I can personally expect with this card, I think he'll be at least 40,000 coins, no more than 90,000, and for that price, I think he's a very respectable card, a very respectable cam, and a very versatile cam. Now, second place, we've just gone over the English Messi, and now we are going to be looking at the Portuguese Messi. That is no other than Bernardo Silva. This man has got 92 dribbling, which I believe is the second best dribbling in the whole entire game for gold rare cards. Bernardo Silva looks absolutely brilliant. 77 pace with 78 shooting isn't crazy. Once again, similar to Jack Grealish, similar to Havertz, similar to Odegaard, similar with Foden, you're going to want to get a hunter chemistry style on him, which will give him a pace and a shooting boost. In my opinion, a pace and a shooting boost for this Bernardo Silva card, and you have got a top-notch cam on your hands, lads. 92 dribbling, this man is going to feel brilliant. The left stick dribbling, he's going to feel responsive, and as I said, the English Messi for Foden, this card is going to be the Portuguese Lionel Messi. Now that leaves me with one last man, and in fact this whole tier is full of City players, and in first place, taking home the gold medal, is Kevin De Bruyne. I know with Kevin De Bruyne, lots of people do like playing him as a centre mid, but going into the game, this card you cannot say no to. I know he's only got 74 pace, so once again, you'd want to look at a chemistry style that will give him that plus 10 pace. And I'm not going to disagree and say I think maybe even a Shadow and playing De Bruyne at centre mid could be a better option than a Hunter and playing him as a cam. But nonetheless, when you've got a card as good as De Bruyne, with 93 passing, with 88 shooting, with 87 dribbling, if I keep looking down there, by the way, it's where I can see the cards, but 77 physical, 74 pace. I think the only worry people have about De Bruyne is his pace, but I do think as a central cam, unlike Bernardo and Foden, where I think Bernardo and Foden could do a job as a wide cam, I do think De Bruyne is restricted to a central cam, and it may be a narrow formation he would thrive, or it could be a central cam in a 4-2-3-1, a central cam in a, can't be central in a 4-2-2-2 because that's a right and left cam, maybe a central cam in a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Kevin De Bruyne, that is where he's going to thrive as a central man. He's going to be an assister, he's going to be a provider, but he is also going to have an absolute rocket of a shot on him with 88 shooting. That will do me for this video, lads. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Also, let me know down below, who's the best Premier League cam you have used so far this year? Until next time, boys, I'll see you later. Peace out, lads.